Hey guys, welcome to Guyver Gaming TV, and today we're going to take a look at The Long Dark. This is I would call it pretty hardcore survival game, and for once there's no zombies, monsters or anything to that, as far as I can see anyways, in it. It's basically you and nature. You have to survive nature. It's an apocalyptic thing. The minute there's no story, but there will be one hopefully soon. That's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to have a look at that. Options wise is your basic, your sound, your voice, all that lot. Display's got a good selection of display. Ultra settings, high, etc. Full screen mode, all that lot. As you can see, the wind's getting really loud now, so I don't know if you can still hear me. But at the minute it's only the sandbox mode. So we click on that, we'll go on male, doesn't matter whether you're male or female, doesn't really make much difference. Mystery Lake, or this one that's coming soon, which looks really interesting as well. Now I love the art style of this. It's not like, you know, ultra realistic, it's a sort of cartoony sort of look, but it looks really cool. So, a mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? Not very long from the little test plays that I've had so far. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change, Charles Darwin. And that's cool, so every time you load it up, there's a different little saying on. There was one from Stephen King before, a dude that I didn't know as well, and then this one by Charles Darwin, so that's pretty cool. Now it randomly spawns in around this map. And luckily for me, I'm near a logging camp. So if you hit the tab, you'll see your fatigue, your cold, your hunger, your thirst. It gives you information of what the air temperature is and what the wind chill is. How much your clothing will add it up. And then how much the wind chill bonus is depending on what you're wearing as well. So as you see, I've got... Damn it, there's a wolf down there. Air temperature is minus 16, and then the wind chill is minus 7 on top of that. But you take 3 away from the minus 18 from that, and then you'll end up with, you know, what it feels like. As you see, you've got calories as well that you've got to watch, and you know, the more you do, the more you burn. Okay, I need to try and get in one of these. Hopefully that wolf's going to sod off over to the left there. You see, it's a beautiful map. I've got to say, it's really bonny looking. I love what they've done. You know, obviously this is a sandbox, because you can go wherever you want, however you want. There's a few bloody wolves around here. Usual controls, you know, control for crouch and whatnot, shift for running, and then you left click it to, you know, access stuff or pick things up. So I'm hoping these guys aren't going to hear me. Ah, that's changed. So you left click it on the thing, and then you take or put back with left click. And you can see your footprints for quite a distance as well, so you know, you'll know if you're going back on yourself. Now there is actually usually a corpse in here, but I'm thinking it's randomly generating everything inside the game as well. And all loot wise it definitely is. So you left click on the door to get in. Now hopefully they won't come for me in here. So some of them are instants like these and some aren't.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
You get random stuff, flares, and it tells you what they are, how much weight and condition. There you go, when you're searching, you can find things like matches and you use your mouse to rotate them around. Now as you're seeing here, you see air temperature is -1 and there's no wind chill because I'm inside, so it feels like 2 degrees. So your cold meter will maybe go down a wee bit or stay where it is. Equipment wise, when you start, you don't get a great deal. You know, you get bits and bats. Now you do get a sleeping bag, so I'm assuming you'll have to sleep as well at some point. So, you know, predictably you'd want to get into a nice place to do that. You can forage wood, but I'm not 100% sure of what that does. Probably takes wood up from bits that you've picked up to make into firewood. You can start a fire with certain equipment that you've got, so you can go through all this. Clothing, that's all what you're wearing. First aid, food and drink, which is on the panels that I got, peaches, sorry. Materials, your tinder, and then it explains to you on the right hand side what each one does. And then your tools, so I've got a couple of flares that can scare wildlife and whatnot, so that might be handy if them wolves come near me. And then your bedroll. You can repair the clothing that you're wearing if you've got enough cloth, and you can get cloth by harvesting stuff, so whatever you're wearing or any extra clothes you pick up, you can harvest it and rip it apart, and you can get first aid. There's no map yet in alpha, so this is an alpha build and became available a day or two ago on Steam. And you can build a snow shelter, and that's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. So you can get caught in storms and stuff in this. So if you're out and then a storm picks up, you can use, you can build a storm shelter.
I could use this.
Some more matches. It's not yielding very much in this place, is it? Energy bar. Another container. Well, I've got tons of matches. Military grade MRE is nice. Flare. Awesome. Now it is dark in here. Now I could use a match
That'll come in handy.
to see what's going on, but I'd rather not in case I need it. So in this game, you've really got to think about what you want to use, what you need to use. Some reclaimed wood. You really want to be sparse in what the stuff you're using. I'll equip a flare just in case I need it. Then wolves come across, I'm screwed. All over there at the minute. I'm not even sure how to use that. I think I right click to use it. So you can obviously sleep in here as well.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Paper that you can roll up. Well, there we go. A nice down ski jacket. That's always in here from what I've noticed. So if you go back into your inventory, clothing, bang. If you wear that, it tells you what condition it's in, the warmth bonus it gives you, and the windproof bonus. Now the better condition it's in, the better it'll do. So you're wearing that on top of your other bits and bats. Obviously you can take things off and switch things around them. So we're not doing too bad, we're finding some good stuff so far. Some drink. Anything in here? Orange soda. Ooh.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Awesome. Now as you see, it adds calories. So you're burning calories all the time. Because I'm moving around, look, I'm burning 238 at a minute. Oh, lantern, very
What
handy.
have we
indeed.
here?
So I think we're good here. See if we can get across this other building without attracting any wildlife. Quietly, slowly. I always die to a wolf because I haven't got the combat down to a T yet. There you go.
That'll come in handy.
Oh, we're rolling this one. That's like Mountain Dew, I suppose. What we got up here? Ooh, heavy woolen sweater, nice. So clothing, heavy woolen sweater, 60%, plus 0.9 wear. That takes your thin woolen sweater off. So if we go back to the harvest, we'll go here, you can see what you're wearing. So if we find a thin woolen sweater, harvest it, again, takes time. My headset's beeping at me. So it takes a bit of time away from you while you're doing it, but I suppose that's pretty good because obviously it is going to take time to do these sort of things. And that'll go for anything. So now I've got let's have a look. Where would it be? Other bedroll. Oh, there you go, cloth. So that can be used for repairing stuff and creating bandages and whatnot. Which is handy. As you see, my cold's going down quite well because it feels like it's 3 degrees near to me, so that's really good. So nothing in the plastic container. Sucks. Metal container.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Running shoes, yeah, not really going to be much good. But we'll have a look at what they do. Shoes. So they gave me 0.8 warmth bonus. They give me 0.4, oh, so they are a bit better. And they have a 30. Right, so I'll swap them over. The basic boots are pretty wrecked, so what we'll do with them is we'll harvest them. And that'll again pass the time through. We've got a bit more stuff. So it's one of those games where you need to check everything, collect what you can, save what you can. Hey, look at that, we've got some cotton socks. Oh, condition's a bit wrecked. 0.1. Where? Because every little helps at the minute. Nothing in there. Paper.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
So that seems to be everything in this little camp. Oh crap. Okay, this is a case of learning how to fight now.
It's not gonna be that.
So you build it up with your left and bash it with a right. Now you can harvest the meat from that. But I've got blood loss and infection risk, so if I get back inside,
I don't feel so good.
first aid, antibiotics, bandage. So I've got an infection risk still, but I've got antibiotics. As you see, condition goes down there. Now that'll go for whether you're cold, you know, freezing, or whether you're infected or bleeding or anything like that. So combat is fairly simple at the minute. Left click like mad until it's filled, and then hit right, and you'll hurt them. So let's give myself some calories. Now where did I throw that flare? Because that was a cock up, weren't it, really? So we'll try that again. So before. See, now stuff freezes obviously while it's out here. I've no tools to use this. So see, estimated calories burned is 150 and it'll take 30 minutes to do it. So as we've got it, we'll harvest it for some meat. Now if you've got tools, that's a hell of a lot better. And obviously as you go up, you know, the more kilos you harvest, the more time it's going to take and the more calories you'll burn. Now there will be animals out here that have been killed by the wolves and that are actually frozen. You will need tools to get at that. Oh, there you go. Left click it to light it and then right click to throw it. I didn't really do anything. There you go, that pretty scared it away quite well. I was wondering if it would blow it up, but it doesn't. Right, I can't pick that up either. So, yeah, we'll go for
I'm
a
gonna
one.
need some first aid soon.
So my condition's still 50%. Feels like -5. So we'll carry on wandering this way. I think that wolf's done and running now. Now there are weapons. Well, I know there's rifles because I've picked up hunting rifle rounds before, but I haven't found one yet. So, you know, there's nothing else out here. It's you, the wilderness, and that is it. So you've got to use a bit of logic, you know. That's a logging cabin, so there's got to be somewhere to load these logs, like a railway track or a road or something like that. So you look for that, and then that'll probably lead you to other buildings. You can gather stuff. You know, you've got to be thinking all the time, and you've got to be keeping an eye on how cold you are, what the conditions are around you. You know, it is actually really, really detailed. It might look simple, even though it looks beautiful, but it is quite technical when it comes to the weather. I mean, if there's a storm that comes in and it starts blowing a gale, if you get up against the mountain and the storm's blowing over you, then your temperature's going to go up. You know, it's not going to feel as cold because there'll be no wind chill against you. So you've got to keep thinking about these sort of things. And obviously whenever it gets everything in, or more stuff, you know, you can knock out the temporary snow shelter, which you could probably put into one of these ridge lines here or something like that. See, you can't jump, which is a little strange, I suppose, but you can't climb either. But, you know, keep an eye out for stuff, because you may see a body that's frozen out here. You may see something on the ground that's, I don't know, fallen off a wagon or a train or something like that, you know, so always keep an eye out. You see, there's a frozen animal over here. Let's go and show you this. So as you see, the wolves, there's a body there, have to eat as well. So, ravished deer that a wolf is eating, probably that pack that was over there. So you can get hold of that, but you need tools obviously to hack into it because it's frozen. Now over here is a frozen dude.
What have we here?
So you can search him. It's the same model for all of them that I found actually, by the way. So there. Now that frozen guy is empty. So we keep walking this way. And there's an area over there. I'm not entirely sure how massive these maps are, but I'd say they're fairly big. They're big enough for you to wander around and find interesting stuff. It's actually not too bad now. There's only a slight wind chill. I don't know which way the wind's coming from, but if we wander over here, no, it must be coming from behind me or something. You can't really tell which way the wind's coming from until it's, you know, really high. I'll equip another flare in case we get another wolf coming at us, because it's the only real sort of weapon I've got at the minute. Look, there's a dam over there. Now, so far, every time I've been in here, I've been attacked by a wolf and destroyed, so I'll risk it again just to show you. This is usually about as long as I last. I get down here and then I get killed. Now, as you see, someone's had a little shelter, you know, there. Now, this is only single player, by the way, which doesn't bother me. I think it's quite cool. There's another carcass that's frozen. You could probably burn it or something, I don't know. There's wolves behind me, you see.
Not sure I'm gonna make it.
So I can't hear anything in here, but it is warmer. It feels like it's 4 degrees.
That'll come in handy.
There's loads of things to search. Trying to hear for any freaking wolves in here.
Looks like this has been here a while.
There's one. Fucking thing came past the thing. Oh, and I died. Every time. So it is really, really hard. Now that flare should have scared it off really, unless you have to throw it at him. So you can start a new sandbox or go back. It says 5 hours, but that's the in-game time. Is like, what, 20 minutes or for this video? And every time I die at that point, every time. But that building is so good for the gear. But now I know how to fight. If I don't get attacked by that first wolf, I could probably beat that one. And then stay in there and get all my stuff sorted. So you see, it's a proper hardcore sort of game. And I quite like it. It's difficult, but it's fun. Stuff's randomly generated. There's usually not any wolves around that camp. I found a forestry hut up there, and you know, all sorts of things. So it is a really, really cool game. Really, really good. Single player. So it is alpha, so it's going to get better and better. I highly recommend it, guys. It's about 15 quid from Steam at the minute. So get in there, give it a blast, and just enjoy your time in it. And then when storyline comes along, I'll do a video for the story stuff as well. I'll keep updated on that one. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more information about what I'm posting on the YouTube channel, or just about my gaming rig in general, and future developments and things like that, please join the Facebook channel and my Twitter. Twitter's mainly for retweeting stuff from places like Sony or these developers, or you know, things like that. It's more of an information retweet sort of thing. I don't say much on Twitter. Facebook is where I put most of my information and videos and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you all soon.